Welcome to Katie and Joe Suck at Van Life. I have notes to prove it.
The first week of van life didn't go smooth, and we're here to talk to you about it.
This is going to be a video of fails and wins from our first week on the road.
But learnings.
We're going to talk about 4 things that went very wrong and 4 things that we're really proud of that went right. So let's jump right into it. In August of last year, Joey's friends reached out and said, hey, we want to go and meet you at Big Bend. They live in Texas. They knew we wanted to see all the U.S. national parks. Big Bend is one of them. And they said, let's do it in January. So we booked a spot. We got all amped. We were going to do this. It was going to be great. The van would be done.
Yeah.
The van was not done.
No.
As you can see, the van is a very big work in progress. And when January came, we were like, you know what? We're just going to go.
Yeah.
We were tired of building. We were cold.
Yeah.
And we still want to see all 63 U.S. national parks this year. So we got to start somewhere. So we hit the road. Fail number 1. We do not have a working heater. We are missing a component. We have the heater installed, but it does not turn on. So we thought it'd be a good idea to bring a space heater because we have 540 amp hours of battery. That sounds like a ton. Guess what?
It's not. It's not. The space heater worked fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
we were very toasty.
But we were too toasty. We were toasty all night.
Yeah.
Because we ran the space heater, instead of putting the sleep timer on, we let it run all night.
Yeah.
And we completely drained the battery.
Yep. All 100%, 540 amp hours of lithium battery, 100% gone after about 7-ish hours of using the space heater.
But boy, were we warm.
Yeah.
That was so comfortable.
So for the rest of the trip, we were chasing power.
So that comes to van life fail number 2. Our DCDC, we had set it up using some generic stuff that we got from Explorers Life. We put in all the stuff and we were...
Settings. She's locking for settings.
Yes. We were under the impression that we would get back, what, like 10% for every 2 hours of driving?
Right, 10% for every hour. So
something
like
reasonable. So we were like, oh, we're driving to Texas, which is a lot of driving. We should be fine by the time we get to the campsite. We drove for like 14 hours and recouped 5%. And we were like, oh no, this is not gonna be good. And it wasn't.
No.
Because van life fail number 3. When we pulled up to our campsite, the shore power that we had paid extra for was what? 35 feet from the parking
it was so far away. It made no sense. Like 35 feet away from where the farthest that you could park into the parking spot was. And we brought like a 10-foot cable. Like
no, it's a 25-foot cable.
Or a 25-foot cable. Oh yeah, we were within probably a few feet.
So we could not do shore power. So again, we spent the entire first week of van life trying to get power. Because we couldn't cook, we couldn't use the electricity because we just didn't have anything to charge it up. So that was a really big lesson. So while 540 amp hours is a lot, it's not if you're using a space heater and don't have shore power.
Yeah. So fail number 4/5.
It's a twofer.
It's a twofer. We overpacked. You know what? And that's going to be the story of a lot of van life for us.
Yeah.
We overpacked. We didn't know what to bring. We didn't know what the temperature was really going to be.
We also don't have a complete van. So we were like, we have lots of space, let's use it.
Yeah.
So we brought a giant box of food. We brought blankets. We also didn't know it was cold. So we have blankets on blankets. We have clothes because we were leaving Colorado where it was really, really cold, going to Texas where it may or may not be chilly. We don't know.
Yeah.
So we had too many clothes. We had just everything, everywhere, all over the van.
Yeah.
Which meant that there wasn't a whole lot of space to really move around or enjoy our beautiful home on wheels. So we're gonna try not to overpack. Or we're gonna build extra storage so things have a place, because I think that would have made a big difference when we were looking back. We're like, once these things are in where they're supposed to be, we'll actually have room to maneuver and live. So those are our fails. Now let's talk about our wins, because this actually was really informative and felt really happy because we're doing something good and we can celebrate it.
Right.
So big win number 1, Laveo dry flush toilet.
Yeah, this is my favorite thing probably in the entire van. Like, heaven forbid if we ever sell this van, I'm keeping the toilet.
The toilet will live in every vehicle that we ever own for the rest of our lives.
I just like, I don't understand like how we've gone 30-something years in life and not had a toilet,
not
had a toilet in our car. It's so useful. I had to use the toilet, and it was fantastic. It worked perfect.
It didn't stink. It did everything that it said it would do.
Yeah.
And then some.
Yeah.
It was just a really good experience because now we have excrement and things in the van, but you don't smell it. We're not gonna have to touch it when we're done.
Yeah.
When we eventually empty it,
Yeah,
it just
there's no
into
pee
the trash.
jug. It's just a trash bag full of other things, but are already compacted into their own little bag. The Laveo dry flush toilet is the best thing in van life. If you bought a van, you put a toilet in it.
Get a dry flush.
That's literally all you need.
We will sing its high praises for the rest of our lives. We are loving that. We are really proud of ourselves because it was an investment. It is expensive, but by golly, is it wonderful.
The link for it will be below. This is not sponsored by Laveo.
But it could be. Look us up. All right, hold on.
We have notes.
Because I remember the bad things. I don't remember the good things as much. Okay, dry flush toilet.
Our win number 2 was the van itself. The Ford Transit was a fantastic vehicle. We know the extended length gave us the extra room. The high top gave us more room to put on shirts and stand and all of that. The all-wheel drive came in super handy because we hit snow a few times on the drive down and back up.
Very scary.
Yeah.
But then you were driving. I wasn't. There's slippery mode, so made sure that was in, and we got home in one piece. So here we are. But yeah, I don't think having driven in some of the other vans on the market, I'm not sure we would have been able to get over Raton Pass in that terrible snowstorm.
Yeah.
In a different vehicle. We probably would have been camped at that KOA for another couple days. But thankfully we have this, and I think we're really excited for what's to come because of how it performed on this trip. And I feel like it's only gonna get better once we know it more, once we actually are built and ready to go. So
absolutely. All the rattles will be gone.
Win number 3, which is kind of tied to the other one, is we felt really safe in this. We have done camping in the past. We did a Ford Bronco trip that was camping. And this is the first time where we were really, you're in the home. So you pull up, we were in a windstorm at Carlsbad and we were comfortable. We were in a windstorm in the tent on our Bronco trip and we were covered in sand by the next morning. So this was really nice to camp in, and getting that little taste of van life, even though it's incomplete, a lot went wrong. It was exciting again of what's to come and what the future holds because it was nice.
Yeah.
This is luxury compared to tent or car camping, to have all of that space. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Number 4. It's the 4th win.
The 4th win. We have a theme on all these wins because they all involve the Ford Transit. We had a lot of space, and this is less so the Transit itself and more of the design. So while the van isn't finished, how we've progressed in the build so far is really functional. Yeah. We don't have a countertop, but where the countertop's gonna go will be really nice when we do. Where the bed is works. The flow we have going, I think. Also, the cabinetry that we have, even though we don't have much finished, is going to hold a lot of stuff. Yeah. And overpacking. I think we're just really excited that what our vision is and what we have so far is working. And this could have gone so wrong. We could have been vans suck, van life sucks, we're building it wrong, all of those things, and then been well, crap, we're stuck with a van. But instead we were this is awesome. Yeah. This van is gonna be even more awesome when it's done. And we're about to see all these national parks, which the 2 we saw were amazing. So I think we're just really amped. We're really excited.
We're on the precipice. We're almost there. We quit the job. We got the van. We're almost done building the van. We're almost done. Yeah. The taste of seeing the national parks is so close. And even the fails were wins. It's really funny to think back on the very first night, just killing the entire battery system. We're not smart. I don't know, I'm just really excited. We're gonna hit the road trip. We're gonna see all these places. We're doing it in a van we built, we created. This is gonna be awesome. And we hope you all stick around for our journey. Here is where you can find us. all over social medias at Katie and Joe on the Go, here, on our website where we have a lot of really good blogs so far, here, and on Patreon where you could support us and you get fun things like postcards and sweaters and shirts.
Yeah, so like I said, hope you stick around. We're about to go on an amazing trip. It was a high five, not a low five. Hey.
Oh.
Like and subscribe. Okay.